Sir, you're talking about the importance of local governments going to the financial institutions for loans and funding. You know, in other countries, I noticed that in developed countries, the local governments go to bond markets. Is that something that can be done here, or what are some of the hurdles that need to be removed so that you can have more space to use leverage in your operations and planning?
You know, let me start on an overall so that we'll have a holistic approach to the whole thing. Again, it's clear in our constitution that we are just going to be autonomous, not independent.
Right. Right.
So our functions are still coordinated
with the national government.
And in our constitution, there is really a body which the constitution has really mandated for the president to organize regional development councils.
Okay.
So that the projects of the national
are coordinated with the RDCs,
going to the local will be coordinated. And then also the projects of the locals, which would need the authority of will also be coordinated.
Right.
That is a very important body. I have been, since I became governor.
You've been chairing it. Yeah?
Yes. So actually, all the years I have been the regional developer, and I can tell you, it's not working.
Okay. What's wrong?
And the point why it has to work is because there is a need for coordination.
Right.
In other words, this body has been taken for granted.
Okay.
There was even a time, during the time of President, the Liberal Party, Noynoy Aquino.
Okay.
You know, there were no chairman even appointed.
Oh my. Okay.
And this is, in the Constitution, it's very clear that this is the administrative body for decentralization. So that's what I'm doing now with the present administration.
Right.
To really implement it. And it would be good for the present administration because all the accumulated available funds through loans could now be used to catch up, to recover, and even not only recover but to advance.
Yeah, let me go back a bit. When you say that the new government simply has to implement the law.
Yes, that's all.
What is it exactly that they need to do? Do they need an executive order?
Well, it's very clear.
An IRR, or just simply do the work that's already there?
No, of course, the actions of it always has to be in writing.
Okay.
So the president will just issue an executive order or amend existing amendment order.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
And then implement it. And now we will have funds to do it.
Are you optimistic? Because he was
even training to do it.
Yeah.
Because you cannot leave the local governments alone.
That's right. And,
I mean, it's also true.
Yeah.
And that's why
some of them are not
that's why we have been participating in DILG has even an
academy,
as you know, a local academy.
Yeah.
I have been speaking to, but then we need to really amend, improve on it. That's what we're working on.
I see.
Of course, I realize that the present administration is trying to cope with fire around the place. Okay? But has to be done soon.
Right.
This alone could be an achievement over these first 100 days.
Yeah. The frustration that I sense from you, and I suppose also a reflection of what is being felt by all local government leaders across the country, is that somehow linked also to this now this initiative now to revive charter change, and with maybe even Senator Padilla talking about federalism, because maybe, as you said, there's so much that needs to be done, and you guys at the local level are the ones who are the partners of the national government, and sometimes you are cut out of the process.
Well, what's going on? I can tell you I might be a little bit blunt.
Okay. Go ahead.
It really is lack of understanding of our laws.
Okay.
We are effectively, once we fully implement
it's already
decentralization, We are federal.
Yeah.
The definition of federal essentially is one central government
Okay.
and autonomous local government.
Right.
And it is there with the proper controls.
Right. So
already there.
what you're
But the
saying,
point is that,
no one's implementing it.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
no one is it's a matter only of implementing. Nobody wants to dare to do it.
Okay.
But it's there already.
Okay.
Even, well, what we would be only which is done would be, doesn't need to amend it, like definition at what would be the state. Oh, but those are minor.
Yeah.
Are we going to be presidential or going to be parliamentary?
Parliamentary,
Either way,
Yeah.
we could be federal.
Right.
What is important is that we have local units. Why do we have to have local units? Because they will be sensitive to the real conditions in their territory.
Okay.
When it comes to the basic, like social welfare, agriculture, they're all different in different places.
Right.
Public works,
Right.
livelihood,
Right.
tourism.
Right.
I mean, you cannot have a tourism for the entire.
Yeah, you have to have, yeah.
We in Batangas, we know what our culture, what's our art, what are
Right.
the blessings that we have.
Right.
We are the center of marine biodiversity of the whole world.
Right. Around Verde Islands,
Verde Island Passage.
Yeah.
And there is not even participation there.
So,
I mean,
what would be your message to all of those, proponents of
very simple.
Okay.
Just follow the law.
Okay.
Follow the law.
Okay.
Follow the law. It's
And so what-
and listen,
Yeah.
because we are still under the mentality
Okay.
of the old system when we were still a small country,
Right.
struggling.
Okay.
Now we're a big country,
Okay.
and we are still struggling, which is the same. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's better to struggle
Okay.
in accordance with law.
Okay. Would
We
be,
will have order.
Would
We
it-
are federal, if you want to put it that way,
okay.
right now.
Yeah.
Essentially federal.
The system is there. The law is there. All
Yeah.
all you need to do now
Even
is
for
to-
example,
yeah.
if you want to expand the regions, don't anymore amend the constitution.
Okay.
Because if you have read our constitution,
Okay.
there is already a provision there that the local governments on their own could group themselves.
Uh-huh.
So that's all we have to do. For example, Calabarzon.
Right.
I give you Calabarzon. We are one region.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if we want to really separate it, let us do it on our own.
Okay.
Right now, the considered state are the provinces.
Okay.
Well, we could be as is.
Okay. Why
You know,
change
if
it?
this- We could be as is. Why not?
Yeah.
Every province is a state, local unit. But then, there are, of course, some small provinces that on their own couldn't do it. Then there is a provision in the Supreme Court,
Okay.
in the Constitution,
Okay.
that it says, well, we can go together.
Okay.
So let's do it.
Right.
Batangas, for example, we can go with Mindoro. 80% of the people of Mindoro were from Batangas.
Okay.
The same thing with Marinduque
Okay.
and Romblon.
Okay.
There was a time when I first became governor. 4 governors of Southern Tagalog. We were all relatives.
Okay.
In other words, we could merge, but we
Right.
cannot merge with Cavite.
Right.
They have a different culture.
Okay.
I mean, local culture.
Right. Right.
They have a different attitude because they're exposed to different circumstances.
Right. So, have you been invited to a dialogue maybe by Congress? Because my
I
sense.
was in Congress.
Yes, I know what I
I
mean.
presented all of these things in resolution.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the 19th Congress now, because all of these things are being introduced again, and I can sense your frustration. It's already there. All they have to do is to implement it.
I know how Congress works.
Okay.
So they will make their invitation. They're very good
You're
people.
confident they'll come around and see
Yes,
it your way?
but-
Or?
Let us face the real problem first today.
Okay.
These are problems like mitigating disasters, health, the basic services, our educational system,
Okay.
our agriculture.
Okay.
They're more important.
Okay.
In other words, what I'm saying is that focus here.
Okay.
Because we are already federal.
Right.
We are now
It's already there, yeah.
It's a state.
Yeah.
There are already states.
Right.
Make them autonomous.
Right.
So that's why I said this executive order issued by President Duterte really anticipates this. There is a provision there creating a committee on devolution, which incidentally the League of Provinces made me to be representing the League there.
Okay.
So it already says all issues can be resolved by this. In other words, the administration of President Duterte was wise enough to realize that, hey, this is not the end all and be all when it comes to local autonomy. There is a provision there.
Right.
So we just adapt it. It's just, let's resolve it.
Right.
But you have to resolve it fast.
Okay.
Why? Well, you just look around.
Okay.
Even peace and order.
Right.
Even peace and order. You know that peace and order is local. It is local. That's why, although the scope of PNP, for example, is national, but their work is still local. Do you know that, well, I'm sure you know, it's in the local government code even, that the chief of police of everything is under this control and supervision of the mayor. I mean, not governor.
Right.
The governor only has, but so it's really local.
Right. Right.
Now, of course, when the crime is just like United States is a federal government, just like us. They have a president. They have 51 states.
Okay.
We have, again, of course, we have 81 provinces.
Right.
But we should merge. Some should merge.
Yeah.
And we can do it without amending the Constitution.
Yeah. Before we go on another break, we started off with the question about local governments going to the bond markets, and you were saying that then you went to this holistic explanation. What are some of the changes that needs to be done to free the local governments to explore other sources of financing other than just directly borrowing from banks?
Well, that is the beauty of it is being left
to the local government. I see.
In coordination with the national. That is the importance why we really have to activate, well, not only activate, but really implement the Regional Development Council.
Okay.
That is really the core of decentralization.
Okay.
That is the core of federalism.
So each area will decide. Okay.
Yes, that is it's specifically, clearly, precisely mentioned in the Constitution.
Okay, very clear now, Governor. Well,